Good morning. Tokyo's JCII かな or II called the world's best camera museum. If you are at all interested in photography, there is a little museum in Tokyo that you should probably visit. Located in the basement of a building in Chiyoda Ward, the JCII Camera Museum has been called the world's best camera museum by Digital Camera World. First opened in 1989, the JCII Camera Museum is run by the Japan Camera Industry Institute with the goal of preserving historically important cameras and teaching people about the history of photography. The museum has several thousand cameras with around 300 items to be seen in a permanent display at any one time. The museum also has special exhibitions on different themes 3 or 4 times a year. Past exhibitions have focused on things like digital cameras, the use of cameras in sports, and the history of video cameras. In a permanent display area, the museum introduces the history of cameras and photography around the world, and also has a section that covers the history of cameras in Japan from the 19th century right up to today's digital cameras. Among the items on display is a very rare Xerox daguerreotype camera, which dates back to 1839 and was the first camera to be made available commercially. This is the only museum in Japan that has one of these cameras. Some of the cameras can be picked up so you can look at how they were used, and some models have been cut in half so you can see their inner workings. Oh, that's very interesting. There's also a fun detective camera section, which cameras disguised as things like drink cans or walking sticks. Oh, and because the museum is always showing different items from its collection, it promises a new discovery at every visit. Right now, visitors to the museum can see an exhibition about the development of Japanese cameras during the early part of Japan's Showa era from 1926 to 1954. That's very interesting. I like mechanic things. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not a professional or anything, but those cameras would be very cool to see. Yeah. Discussion. What are your thoughts on the JCII Camera Museum? I would love to visit. Yes. Would you like to visit? Yes. Do you own a camera? If so, what kind? If not, would you like to? I just sold my old digital camera. Yeah, because this is, to me, amateur is good enough. Do you have much interest in photography? I do, but when did you get into? Not as much as the other people do, but I like it. Have you been to any interesting photography exhibitions? I would love to. Do you know any photographers? Do you think you'd enjoy their job? Yeah, actually, I like to be taking photos. That's another thing, yeah. For the discussion, what are the most impressive things you've seen in the museum? That's a hard question. I have so many things that I've seen in the museum. What are some of the coolest museums you've been to? Many things in New York. There's one about the Japanese era in Kyoto. Oh my God, so many. That's a hard question. Have you visited any unique or unusual museums? Yeah. Again, too many to list. Are there any museums worth visiting where you live? Oh yes. Yeah, they're like hard to say. Yes. There's a Monet exhibitions in one of the Kyoto museum. Yeah, we've been there, and they have a couple different sections, and all of them are very nice. What famous museums would you like to visit someday? I'm gonna take my kids to New York this summer, hopefully, and we'll go some of the museums there too.